Now, recording in progress. Hello, everyone. Another week of live languages. I'm Ismael Rodriguez. We are here another week expanding the live languages in the world. This is something I felt called to do in 2019. I was guided to just 1 week after I got the live languages activated. I was guided or told from my guide to create these spaces, these sacred spaces, so that people can come and share their feelings and whatever they are going through in these times of ascension. I dedicate my life, or I'm devoted to this, and I also do quantum healing hypnosis, and I also channel light beings to support anyone going through tough situations, or anyone who feel in those situations of curiosity about the changes, why the changes are happening in your lives, why these changes so dramatic and huge changes are happening in your life all of a sudden. What do they mean? So I'm here to facilitate in the way I can all these things that they did also happen to me. So at some point in my life, and with me I have other brothers and sisters who they were coming naturally to meet me in my path. One of them is Wesley, and I'm gonna let Wesley say some words about himself and about his why he speaks light languages, or how he came across with light languages, or whatever he wants to say.
This keeps changing, actually. What I started to notice, like with the light language, I actually started speaking it actually in Australia on the beach in 2000. I think it was 2007. 2007 was a friend from London. I just went straight in with the flow there. Actually, it's funny. So we started communicating. We were actually on the beach. We were actually drinking, and we started communicating. And one of the things I noticed, we started making up this language. I started making up this language. So he started making up this language, and we were telepathically communicating. And I was like going, that's pretty interesting. This is actually a language. And then it didn't, I know it was a pretty big thing now that I look back on it, but at the time I didn't really, I kind of started to see this telepathic understanding, and I started to kind of connect with something more deeper than my so-called perceived reality. And then I could fast forward to the shifts and the breakthroughs and stuff within my Kiasa Saniya Tuata Kia Tuata Kuna Satu Ayashiatuata, the shifts within the operating system. And that was actually, I think the transmission started coming in, the energy started to dial in. I think it was about 2010-ish, 2010. And then I started speaking because I was drawn to do certain, well, I actually wasn't drawn. I think if I had kept going the way I was going, I did certain workshops, but kept going the way I was going, I think I went a bit backwards, but it's fine. It's all good anyway. But I'm not going to go into this because I talk forever. I connected with Ishmael's group, with Nadia and a lot of them, and everybody else here, with John and El and and everybody is here, and Tawa, and all the crew that's here. Yes, asuna ya tuaka tiatata, kiasana yama tuaka kiatata, sabayota tiatata. I feel the connection, I feel the love, I feel the helpfulness, and I just feel like I do feel it's evolution. I think it's evolution, and it's very real. I think it's very, very real. I think people that I connect with here anyway, Ishmael's crew, are very, very real and so helpful. And I think it's it's the way forward. I think it's the way forward. It's like just to have having a deep understanding. I think it's the self and the other. I actually think it's the self and the other, to recognize like that's a part of the self in the other. And I think that's where we're going at with this shift in humanity. Yeah, and I'm just very grateful to be here. And thanks again, lads. Thanks as well. Thanks for holding it, man. You're amazing. You know that anyway. You know I think you're amazing. You're amazing.
And you know that I know that you are amazing as well.
Yeah, you're amazing, man.
I feel the same about all of you guys and girls.
Yeah, thanks.
It's really magic in the way that life plays us together, and that's magic. That's what really magic means to me. The way that we came to this world and we felt like, oh my God, where did I choose to come? Why did I choose to come here? And then at some stage in your life, you start meeting your brothers and sisters who speak also with the heart and with the soul, and you say, all right, now I know why I'm here. Now I know it, and this makes sense, and I'm so happy to be here. And yes, like I was saying to my brothers and sisters here in the group, that happened to me. Started everything in 2012, and yes, since then my life has started changing dramatically, and it's when everything started making sense, which is actually interesting because the Mayas, they also have in there this shifting in the calendar, that something was going to happen in 2012, and many people were panicking that the world was going to end, that there was going to be an apocalypse, and everybody was frightened in that period. And then I found out that what it really meant, it was an awakening. that there was going to be an awakening for the whole humanity. At the time, obviously, I didn't know. I was also partly with the feeling of the collectiveness, and another part of me was like, something is truly happening to me, and I'm becoming some other me that I always wanted to be, and I am finally reaching and letting that part of me be. And as I shared before here, that was through going through an illness, a very strong illness, suffering like my immune system attacking to my own cells, and sometimes the awakening come going through something like that, like so. Even like we were mentioning before, even the things that they look the most catastrophic things in your lives, they might be the most awakening thing, or the biggest knock in your door about your awakening. So yeah, and Wilma is coming. Wilma is in Australia. So when we are celebrating this group, or when we are running this group, it's quite early over there, 7 a.m. or something like that. And it's so lovely to have her, and yes, she's so amazing. Yeah, let's say hello and good morning. Good morning, Wilma. You're muted. Hello. We are just introducing ourselves a little bit, because we had a very long chat. We were like chatting at first, and getting to know each other even deeper in terms of things that has happened in our life, or the changes that we had in terms of how we ended being involved with the spirituality and being the people and the persons that we are today. So yeah, Elle, it's your turn. You want to say something about what you do, how people can find you, anything that you like, anything from your heart that you feel like saying.
Okay, sounds good. My name's Elle, and I am on YouTube on Soul Star Visions and Soul Star Vision Love Languages. And you can get like codes there and card readings. I love doing my cards too. And I've been part of this group, I'm not actually sure, maybe about 8 months or so. And I really enjoy light language. It came in slowly for me. Just I started making the tones with the ringing in my ears. I would just mimic those, and then my lips started vibrating, and that was kind of weird. And then I remember once in the shower, the elementals came in and it was so fast, and I just put my hands over my mouth like, what was that? And then a girlfriend, she said, that's elementals. And I was like, oh, okay. And I've been experiencing like my keys being over here and all this little stuff, like playful stuff in my house, not knowing what it was. So yeah, it's been about 2 years fully speaking light language now. And it's a language of the soul. You don't know why you understand what's being said, but you do. I'm just happy to be here. We did have a long conversation, which is funny because we have mostly men today, and you guys were chatting and sharing, and it was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. So beautiful. Thank you, Anne. Tawa.
Hey, greetings, everyone. So yes, I'm Tawa. I am you from a different perspective. I am love. I am happy to be here. As it just my heart took me into this beautiful sacred space that Father Ismail have created just to reconnect to all of you, brothers and sisters. And it's always a joy to be able to know that I'm not much to say when I'm not in this group, but to be fully, to be present, and to be into that beautiful vibration. So what I do is like I do healings, so I support people like we all do. Again, to be able to find a way to be able to express themselves and into I don't even know how to say it, but with joy to really understand all this experience. So yes, what I love to say is really is like we are all mirroring each other. So I'm a mirror, and I love being able to interact with all of the mirrors and being able to really embody that beauty that is here for all of us. So that's what I love to do, and I'm always grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tawa. Thank you so much. And Wilma, how did you come across with the light languages? What happened to you? How did they get activated? Did you like to share with us?
Mine was actually activated after I came across a woman online. Her name is Judy Satori. She's a New Zealander, and she travels around the world and has workshops and such. And she does a lot of light language coding, DNA coding, and activations and things. And she's got an online library with just endless number of modules for various purposes that you can listen to, and really that's all you just do is listen. But when I initially came across her, she has some free stuff online, and then she has the the library that you can subscribe to, which I do. But it was listening to her that sort of drew my interest in initially, and then as it happened, she had a workshop in Sydney, and I found out about it a week beforehand. It was quite random, and obviously I had to find that, and so I went to that, and it was after that I had a bit of a short interview with her and discussed because she had a program where you could activate your light language. And I said, that's what I wanted to do. And she said, why? And I said, I don't know. I don't know. I said, I just feel compelled that I really need to do this. And it was an older program, which I hadn't listened to completely because I'd had a few things occur to me that were a bit scary. But anyway, so I went ahead after speaking with her and continued on with the program. And that's, yeah, listening to that, she had activation tracks from Thoth. So, and that was where I was activated. And that was about 4 years ago. And it's just gone, you know, bigger and better since then, because I've, you know, found my connection with the elementals and with Mother Earth. And I think that's pretty much where I've stayed since then.
Very well said. Thank you, love. Thank you. All right, and now let's proceed also with the blessings, and with these blessings we will let's put the intention to clear the space, to protect the space, and yes, let's start with Wesley. You like Wesley?
Right. Oh yeah, I wanted to say earlier on as well is like welcome there to Edgar. Yeah, very, very grateful for this connection too. So I'm just gonna go with this. Gasa sana sanayaka kiatana namakua kaka kiatata sabayaku atata kaniatata tayaku ata tuatata sayatu ata kabasaya siata sanaka kuaka kiaka kanamayaha siba baba suata sayaku akana kiata Sayaka nakiata kakina kanuatata iatata sabayua sa sayabatuata tatalayata sakuayatiata tatuaka papa sayatuata kosana sanayama mamayuata koya satuata tiatata naniata papapai atuakata koyati atata sanuaya na yamama mamamoata kasi kasa kasi papapasa o atata piatata kuatata asata basiyata basatu ataka piatata. Thank you.
Thank you, Wesley.
Thank you.
And thank you, Wilma, also for sharing the story before about your activation. I forgot to say thank you.
And thanks, Wilma. Thank you.
And now, El.
Uagata koto takapakata tokotate kotoko takate katokota shakatai kotoko tegeto shieto tarapa shatai to gaiho to takatai to haya shiato to katakapakate to koto e koko takapakati to koto shayo to daba shatati to koto to tarayeti do katapakaya to do kapakati to koto rarasha be koto de pashietu kata Toko takapakati de koto. Esro koto shakapaki de koto namashieko. Ekatoko sharamasietu kapakati de koto. Asakoto takapakati de koto namashi. Mesro ko shanamakata. E kotoko namasietu. Esekotoko namasietu kotakanamakati de koto namasieti. Ese koto pakatito koto na makaya tu sha dosa na mashi boshe kapakatito koto na mashi tu katakapakatito mono e koto no ashi koto na makataya te
Thank you.
Opening of the philosophy. This actually came in yesterday for me. And then they were sharing philosophy through your expression. Don't be afraid to say things, you know, So much confusion in the throat. Boy, okay.
Thank you, Al. Beautiful. Thank you. Tawa.
Mayata, Samayata, Kayata, Su, Ayata, Tataya, Kayato, Shu, Amayana, Yata, Humayata, Su, Natayata, Ko, Amayata, Shu, Amayata, Kadamata, Tanaka, Sumaya, Takamata, Ayanamato, Ayata, Mata, Shatakai, Sumayata, Umadakaya, Amata, Ayata, Ayanata, Taka, Matanata, Matako, Amata, Hai, Yata, Asam, Yatatai, Yatakai, Amata, Yataka, Yataka, Maya, Amaya, Maya, Shuya, Yatamata, Ayataka, Amataya, Tatumaya, Atama, Atayata, Amayata, Kuirama, Atama, Takuna, Tata, Ayata, Takayata.
Thank you, Tawa. Thank you very much. I'm already super high. Oh my God. It's such a huge difference between from the moment we start talking the languages, it's like, and we were already sharing so much good stuff in terms of talking to each other and expressing with the soul and expressing with the heart and all of that. We spent like 45 minutes or something like that. But when the light languages comes, it's like they just create an ignition there of explosion that wow, it takes my vibes to the moon. Wilma, thank you, Tawa. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tawa. Wow, that was really activating.
Wow.
Drusnakiatro esnikiatoha. Markushutu anarkiatoria shtekeriniti. Arishturni aturnish ariata. Sohari etira turchiati tireti. Turinito shtuta arietoha. Shuotariete kushnarietaka. Shunahetikiato. Shututa. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Wilma. Thank you. And now I'm gonna bring some, and also let's take this opportunity to also do some grounding, send some love to Gaia by doing the grounding as well. This is part of our divine circuitry. So those watching the video, just imagine or visualize a golden energy coming from the universe, from the whole creation, getting into ourselves through the crown chakra, letting that energy fill up all our body, organs, bones, every single part of our body. And once that we visualize ourselves filled up with this golden energy, let's project also the energy. Let's the energy circulate to the center of Mother Earth. This way we also feed the planet Earth with wonderful divine energy. This is something that humans do by nature, but the more we put awareness into it, the more the channel becomes wider, and the more energy flow through us towards her, and for the benefits of each of us also in the planet. When we let this energy flow through us, we let also all our gifts get activated, our health improve, every single part of ourselves gets better. So let's this energy go through ourselves. Let's embrace it. Is ikahuchia ne kio mai hatun taistio no kua taisetia ne kia wa. O neitia kahua taita kwa taise. O makakunti shakana utai tika oa taioto. Inta kahatina kuma taisha. Indikia kumati is oma at aireta kuata. Chikoko makutu tuntiti sitin tauma. Cheneki kuhota hora. Cha. Chakamaka kumata sitinika homochush. Oma atanekitina kumata she. Oma katana makumata tatene mekitishi tikiyoko. Oma katama. Ona nana kamata mashine kitiana kuaya. Hachi oma hata inete. Oma hanana kanamata se nekama kunate. Oma. Oma echa ita oma ita o. Inarhana oma echa na ho. Hana homa chana eta mama cha kumaka nakate mete shu o na katane kema kata matas o matene kishi na kumoto sinta kuma o makana kata na makumti te kumoku ine o machaka machaka chaka na kata matisha ne kiyo kuma China kata mani tiki yute, kuma chi ishaku, puma as inde kishita kumata, hai ne hiteki kunkunte ishinta kuma, hana dese inta kuma hatata inatua, hini shini kia kumacha ishinta kumacha ho macha cha, honcha, gente nikia huata, honcha. Inikia na humata honcha. And we keep having deep breaths, taking deep breaths, letting all this golden energy integrate in every part of our body. And as we exhale, we experience this sense of expansion, and we take the opportunity to drop, to let go anything that we don't need. We inhale the golden energy, having deep breaths, and we exhale, sending all these worries, tensions. We can send them with this golden energy to the center of planet Earth and visualize there how they get dissolved, how they become energy themselves. Kikakut iakakuat akot ikakuatai ikukuatai shakuata I kuata ini kia kua ini tio kuoto o shia kua. Ini akua tai chakua tai. Hika kuatata. Chikuana kuata. Inaka juo kuata. Isha kuanta kuata. Ita kuata. As we mention every week, do this grounding exercise all the time that you can in your lives. Do not do it only whilst you are watching this video or whilst you are attending to these groups. Remember to do this channeling exercise as much as you can in your lives. This awareness, as this vessel has mentioned, this awareness expand yourselves, expand everything in your surrounding, expand the whole creation. So let yourselves flow with this beautiful and golden energy that connects you to everything that is. As our dear sister Elle has mentioned, there is still a lot of fear in many of you humans when you come to say or express yourselves. There are still a lot of blockages in humanity where you come to express yourselves and share your love. Be yourself is part of this process of ascension. To become more and more yourselves is part of this process. There is no better way to do this than by grounding yourselves first and then start expressing from your hearts whatever you feel like expressing at any moment. If some of you have difficulties to express yourselves, ask or act in ways that you can encounter yourself with other people who are in the same or similar level of vibration. This doesn't mean that you cannot express yourself in any other situations, but to start with, for those who still feel blockages in your throat chakra or in your heart chakra, we do advise to take part of a group or to start creating a group where you can find other brothers and sisters who also vibrate in a similar level. You don't have to worry about the invitations. From the moment you create the group, they will start coming. You shouldn't forget that there is a greater intelligence co-creating at all times. Many of you feel responsible of everything that is going on. You are only responsible of what you choose to be responsible of. Do not feel trapped into that programming. Set yourselves free. But act. If you feel it in your heart, make the move. Act. And naturally, you will encounter your brothers and sisters. They will feel attracted to encounter you as well. Everything is happening with a perfect design. Yes, you are creators. And when you make the move to do something or create something, everything starts reacting, everything starts getting that vibration everywhere, not only around you in your proximities. Everything everywhere in the cosmos is getting affected by that movement or about that action, as you are creators. It is by practicing, it is by talking, it is by expressing yourselves how you face those fears and how those fears naturally dissolve. The more you become authentic with yourselves, the more you are loyal to yourselves, the more you become love in action. You free yourselves and you free others. It is contagious. You will help also many others around you to start expressing themselves from their hearts. And that goes on and on in each of you. So we do invite you to follow your hearts, and if you feel creating a group, creating a workshop, organizing an event, please do, because you will be freeing yourself to start with, and then freeing many others, and collaborating in expanding yourselves and facilitating your process of ascensions in so many levels. Hikakuhatikahuata. Jokuhuta nakahuta ikuata iseti ikuhu. Ichakakuata ikakuata inikakuata. Eshintakuata kikua ineti kiurotukuo. Chishana kakatune kia tatau paikuana. Chishaka kuondai teka kuatai se. Omacha kuota. Eneka nada tu. Sanakuta tata. Onataka hotu tanaka. Shinatu anata. Nothing happened by accident. As you were talking before, everything, even the most unpredictable thing or the most catastrophic thing to the human eye is happening because of a huge, huge divine reason. So never despair if you come across any difficulty, and remember that the light is always there. You can always also call on us, the Larans. We are here always to support you, to bring you courage. And never forget that the strength and the power is actually within you, within yourselves. We are just here to assist you, but the power is yours. You got the powers, all of you have the power. Tishakuhum taiu kuashintau mas ayukota isanakwana. Be blessed. Okay, so yeah, let's start with the intentions. Let's come back from that meditation in your own time, and yeah, let's start with the intention. And the first in the screen is Wesley. Would you like to set an intention for the group?
What I'm getting is actually unfolding.
Unfolding.
Yeah, unfolding.
Okay, let's set the intention to help humanity to unfold whatever they are meant to unfold. And so with the dynamic of this group, for those watching the video for the first time, is that we set an intention, and then we activate our microphones and we do the transmissions together, sending light languages or letting the light languages to be channeled with this intention, the intention of unfolding anything that is needed for humanity to unfold. All right, so go ahead whenever you feel ready. Ahatu maisi o ko tai na ku na ia tu o tai o takawata. E chakua na taku o chika ku o tai na ku o tatai una kai chuku ane dau. A chakuata chika wata tika kaku na taku tai o to ai na hu ma a chawota. E chakuta tatai no kuata. Chica kuana taku machaka chau ma chuku chaku chacha pacha nuku ocho kuana tawo macha. Hai nika ku chacha chayu nuku echa kwacha nakuma. O chacha cho chochi anaki kuata tai nikuata.
しがたことをましどかたかたかたことしがばかていかたかたか Bokataka kotaka pakati te kotokotokota shikata kotokotokotakatakato shiakata nene totaramasha. Shikapakateki kotokotoka shikata kotokotakata shikotokotakata yototara.
Tu papai tu kubai tu pa sikitia na ko neta tu sitetia kokoro kutikia taka na kokori kitia ko totoro kitia na ko nikia.
Sana, Nama, Kiata, Katuata, Basaya, Tuaka, Kietana, Kiasa, Siwa, Tatuata, Katuata, Babaya, Anawaya, Watio, Tuaka, Katiata, Anayama, Mayoa, Kiaka, Kana, Ababaiwa, Katuata, Tatanaya, Ayawaya, Tuataka, Kiata, Asaya, Tuaya, Tata, Kiata, Tatatana, Amayata, Sapapoata, Kiatata, Kiatata, Tuatata, Tapapayo wata, Ukati tata, tata payata, Oisaya,
哟天呐，天呐，天呐，天呐，天呐，天呐，天呐，天呐，不你天呐，天呐，天呐，都安内天呐，天呐，都是你那天呐，你天呐。
Chikata iya sata tia tata tata mayaka kia kata taka kuata sati yata hu sapata Umakatiya kataya kata kutana katatana yata baya batawa
Batai hotai sho mai sho mache se si anako mai te si o ma kuma se takuma tai so to tai o tai sho wa tawa te si
硬い。
Sitten yritin kätekiä totuus ja keteri tätä totuus käteria totua ja sitten tekee sitten totta kai että kun totta kai tekee tekee töissä kun tarjota niin torutus
Takumachaku machikaku tututuku taishakwata. Achakwana tata watata chuku mache chachuana kueta tata.
Saya wata. Kayata tuwata. Tanuyata namayata wata katua katayata. Saya wayata.
Miena no stundana nei kata na hieti no kasi nei hieto no nei kata no kun nei hieto no nei na to no na tisha na to hanna to no nei to nei tikto nei ata nei to no
Katiyata tata na yamata wata katiyata tata katawaka.
No, it's just a good idea. No, that's just
Sí, bueno, se llevó a katua.
Yuri, ci scegliere ora a te, quanto che le scegliere andrò a andare che ci scegliere, che non sai che adoro, che andare tutto mi dice che così sei tu dice che ti tutto che si che tutto si che Mas se ne que te se non toka hea ta, I se to toka te ta toka ke te o tokto ne, ke te ke te toka te ia ta ha. Ia to toko. Sho to hai. Te se no ka ha ne te ke. Se toko toko te hea de ra, toko te se ke te to, ri se ke to hea. Te se toka te ia to ne te ia ka toko shina ia ta ia na ta ka hea. Al tu kara se de te ka ha, se to to ri ai ni ka te sho ha ri ki ya.
Okay, brilliant. So, what will be the translation interpretation to this conversation that you have, Edgar and Wilma, between each other? What will come first to your heart? Like what you've been discussing there?
I haven't a clue.
No, have a clue, no?
But definitely there was a conversation. I really felt that there was something behind it. We were like, yeah, talking and I don't know, there was almost not amusement, but I can't describe it.
So some of the things that I grabbed from the conversation is that you are truly children, that you are truly children, and you truly should bring out that child. We know that we tell you often, but you often also forget that you are all children, and that's why we have so much fun, and that's why we like to let our languages to come through you, so that it activates this child that you have within, like blocked with so many layers. And yes, the effect from the light languages from all of you, I mean, not only from that conversation, to me was hilarious. Honestly, it was hilarious. I couldn't.
Indulgence was the word I was trying to think of. It was like a mother figure indulging a child. So when you said about the children,
Exactly.
I remembered it. Yes, it was like a mother energy indulging the child in a loving and sort of smiling down upon the child and like, how wonderful this is,
Yes, and in a way they were all connected. They were all some of them coming from different beings, but they were all going into the same thing. It's like if in a way they were saying the way you will unfold yourselves will always be by you being your inner child. And to me, as a like making the story short, it will be like that will be the message, if you want to truly unfold yourselves, humans, you just need to bring that child outside, and all the characteristics and ways that a child live life, in the way they live life, in the way they exchange love and energy, in the way that they take things when they are told by something, or they listen to something, from that genuine way of being, from that authentic way of being, from that laughter that comes from, you don't even know where it comes from, you just laugh. And the children, they do that, they find the most insignificant thing, they find it funny. Why is that? Because things have energy, because things have frequency by themselves, and sometimes they don't need to be communicated with words or interpreted with words. You just need to be exposed there. You just need to let your heart to be open and digest those frequencies. So And this is what children do by nature. They just engage, touch into, they tap into all frequencies, and they just feel fun with everything. They find fun in everything. So and that these children have always that message for us, to tell us, look, if we can do this, you can do that as well. And those of you who are mothers or fathers or parents, you know this much more than myself. No, your children are always there, like reminding you, life is fun, life is fun, life is fun. And we know that we have things that we feel responsible of, but again, we receive also the message before that we are not supposed to be feeling like that, responsible of everything. This has been something that has been programmed in our system, or that we've been brainwashed somehow at some point in our path, that we need to find the solution for everything and sort the problems for everyone. No, in the channeling message, they were saying, just do your part, just be you, just do your part, and that's more than enough, because that will change the whole vibration in the existence of everything, of humanity, and they mention of everyone, everything, and everything in the creation. So to me, the message, or for me, the message was that be a child, and everything will unfold. It will be like making everything short. Yeah. What did you feel there in this transmission? Do you have something that you will add to this?
I can. Yeah, I would love to.
Go ahead.
I think when we all started talking, and the intention was to unfold, what I envisioned was, when you unfold the blanket, when you unfold the napkin, you're opening it up. So it was just for those that need opening up, to open up. And I sense that we were all, in the intention talking. And as I had mentioned to you before, but I don't know if the rest of the group may remember or were part of it, I feel like my body is sort of like a bus, and I'm carrying with me about 10 other beings constantly, and I have one, as an analogy, like I have someone from Denmark, someone from South Africa, someone from Australia, and they see things completely different, and they bring their party to the game and their ways. And all of a sudden, I started to connect in conversation with Elle, with Tawa, with others, and with Wilma. And when I started to laugh, and I could hear you laugh so hard in the back, my realization was that one of my beings that was connecting with Wilma, were speaking and engaging each other. I had the sense for myself that they were so in such bliss to see how we were laughing at ourselves, and that we were looking at each other like, can you believe it? We're connecting through them. Yeah. We're using their bodies as a vessel. They're realizing that we can connect. So it was that engagement, that peacefulness, that joyfulness. It was just grand,
Yeah, it was grand. It was truly a blessing to hear all your languages together. It was like, oh my God, it's so much fun, and it's like you just, it's when you are just using your heart to some of the things I can interpret them, but so many others I just get the impact of the frequency, and the impact of the frequency is funny. It's just I can only compare it to what children do when they are interacting with others. They are not understanding adults, but they might be there laughing, having a huge laugh, and saying, it's just, my mom is so funny. And maybe the mother didn't say anything particularly funny, but they just find so much fun in the vibration that they got from their mother or from their father or from someone around.
Yeah.
And that's how the way that I could translate this feeling of feeling laughter and joy, and you feel high, and you say, God, some things are so funny what they are saying, but some others I don't even have a clue, and they are also funny, and that's like what I love from the light languages. They are so powerful. They are capable to break through the walls and the layers that we have there, and maybe building up, or even in a day we can build up a layer about something.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are capable to break down and to put down everything. It's so magical. It's so wonderful. Thank you, Edgar, for sharing that.
I love it. I mean, to realize live, because at one point I kind of like started to observe. I mean, I'm thinking, this is unreal. This is unreal that this is happening.
Exactly. This is it. It's like also that camera effect is so amazing when you are seeing what is happening here, when you feel what we are co-creating here, and it's just and when there is no illogical thing. We usually live life based in logical things, and when there is no logic, everything is so free, everything is so awesome, so authentic, and it just becomes flow. And you were telling me, guys, don't hold it all the time, because I was for moments I was thinking I need to come back and to continue with the coordinating the group, and they were saying, you were telling me, or these entities were telling me, don't worry about that, laugh as you want, laugh as much as you want. And the more that you were telling me, the more I was letting myself
and the thing, it was funny because I was me human laughing with you, but some of my guys that were not in the conversation, they were laughing with you, and I could it was like my boss was going like
it was so many entities celebrating, so many entities laughing. I didn't feel in any way alone with the laughing. Not in any way. And as we know, humans, we know that when we laugh, it's also contagious. It's a frequency that is so contagious. And to me, or for me, it's the best frequency that we have. It's the frequency that heals everything, that breaks through everything. It's the most, maybe between the most powerful ones, but if not the most powerful one. And yes, that's why they were saying, continue, don't worry, you will coordinate the group later on, don't worry, we are covering your back, don't worry. Let yourself flow, and we will guide you, don't worry about that. I say, okay. So I free. Thank you so much for letting all this love and high frequencies to come through, because I'm sure that this is gonna help so many people, us here in the group, and so many people also when they watch the video as well. Hopefully we'll reach many, and we'll support this lovely intention that Wesley brought forth.
Thank you, Wesley.
Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, because that was.
Yeah, and actually what you said, Ishmael, is what I was saying to Edgar about because we were sharing, and there was different entities stepping in, and what you just said there, I said what I was sharing to him, I was like, is carrying a very powerful, like, fun energy, like a fun, really fun energy, and and the other thing which I wanted to say to Edgar as well, because we were chatting beforehand, and I said, actually, I brought up a flow. I was like, go with the flow. It's total up to yourself. But I said, and what I said is, what I feel. I don't know, did I follow through with this one? Because I was kind of, I was a bit of, I had a busy day, so I was kind of jumping. I was actually jumping from place to place. And what I said is that, what I felt saying is, whatever you're going to be bringing in, if you're bringing in a flow, you're gonna do a lot of work. But actually, Ismail, you finish what I was saying earlier on. That's what I said, Edgar, wasn't it?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Yes, you
super.
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
As you did,
totally
man.
synchronized.
Thank you.
Totally synchronized. Brilliant. Love it.
Loved it. Loved it.
And I have also images, even with my eyes closed, I had images of you laughing inside. And then I was opening my eyes, and some of you, they were really putting that outside, some of you didn't. But I knew that deep inside you were having a laugh also. And that was so funny as well. And I could see Wesley also putting like his face like this and laughing and laughing.
It was funny, hilarious.
So nice, so nice.
Yeah.
I really love this.
Yeah.
Unreal. Totally unreal.
It is unreal. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And you know what? That helps me. And one of the subjects that you brought up in the beginning, Ismail, about the YouTube, the numbers of people that watch or don't watch. And I was just envisioning that you have, it's kind of like when you come to the river bend and the river border, and you have the river right in front of you, just flowing, and you're watching it. You've opened up like a river, and we are privileged to have put our foot in and got sucked into the stream. We're in the stream. So the numbers don't count. We're in. We're just flowing. We're going.
And this is mutual. This is the most wonderful thing, that when we humans do this, it's mutual. There is no one that doesn't get in the river. Everybody's here to flow and going with the flow of the river.
That's how
so
it feels.
Amazing. So amazing. I hope that you get in the river. Many of you who watch this video, I hope that you also
jump in.
Having fun in the river. Just grab anything. Grab an inflatable thing. Let your body just flow with the flow. Yeah, wonderful. Is there anything else that you would like to share about this transmission, Tawa?
For me, it was really a sense as well of, as much he was really playful, and I felt that. It was as well a sense of remembrance, almost like, hey, that's you. Like, you know, like, that's you. When you lift up the things, that's you. You are fun. That's you. You know, it's like getting back to our true self. I really have that sense of starting, almost letting go of wherever it is, but just enjoy, really. So, yeah, thank you for bringing the party.
Thank you, Tawa. Yeah, another message I was getting that I remember, I just remember it from what Tawa say is do not be afraid. Do not be afraid where your openness will take you. Because many of you, or many of us humans, we feel afraid of the change, of changing our routines, of changing our comfort zone, and changing things in general in life. Do not be afraid when you are opening up. Do not feel afraid of the outcome or whatever your lives become after that. Don't be afraid. Let it flow. Let it unfold. Because the river will always take you to somewhere nice, because you know it. Trust the river, trust the flow, trust the energy, and let yourselves go on, because that's when we really find the point and the reason why we are here, and the joy and the magic. And so many things that they were said, but I have this tendency to forget if I don't tell them straight away, like my dreams. When I wake up, I always record my dreams in my mobile straight away, because otherwise they just go, and they always have something to tell me, something to love. You all have to go. Big hug. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you for so much.
Thank you all. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Edgar.
Nice to meet you too. We'll catch up soon.
Take care, love. Take care. And so yes, don't be afraid, and And also don't worry when some things you got them there, like and then you don't remember. I used to worry a lot when I couldn't say all the messages. I say, oh my God, I really processed so many messages and I didn't tell them just because I couldn't. And I was feeling angry with myself. I should have maybe interrupted the transmission, but then I was feeling on the other hand, no, I shouldn't interrupt the transmission. So yeah, also it's a no worry, don't worry about these things, because from one source or from one person or another, the message will always come to whoever is meant to receive that message that you felt. So do not feel, once again, do not feel that you are responsible for everything. And that is very important, because we sometimes imprison ourselves with the feeling that we were supposed to say all the messages that went through your system. And no, sometimes it's just natural to don't say all of them. And yeah, so next, anybody else would like to add something else to this conversation, this transmission that we had? Hey, Wesley, go ahead. Your microphone needs to be activated. Thank you.
There was one thing that I thought that came to my head actually when I was actually walking out there to grab a drink. Was imagine, right, the conversation that Wilma and Edgar were having just randomly on the street. And then they're having conversations on other planes of existence within human form. I love it. So it's a transference of information, intelligence, and it's like, yeah, what you get at, or this is my interpretation of it now, so I can't speak for anyone else, but this is how I get it. Like, it's like, what you think of that? Oh yeah, I like that. What you think of this? Oh, that's fine too. Oh, is it like that down there? Oh yeah, that's fine now. So imagine what the world would be like if this happens. Like, if this becomes mainstream, it'd be like, oh man, we really need it.
That would be awesome.
It would be like, oh yeah, I already know you, and you're like, yeah, you already know me. You already not know me as a human being, but you know me something else on another place, and you're like, oh really? And you know what? It's so real as well. Like, you're like, oh Jesus, this is brilliant. So we're actually human beings now. So
I had exactly the same feeling.
Yeah,
the same feeling. It's like they were talking like in a very human way, but like the most simple but at the same time childish way of conversing to each other or talking to each other. Oh yes, I know you. Oh yes. Oh yeah, I know. You know me. Like this chatty way of having a conversation if you come across with someone in the street. But at the same time, I was feeling so many light entities merging together and bringing in messages which they were so important and so impacting, so impactful, and they were creating this contrast that it was making me laugh and laugh and laugh because of that as well, because of this chatty human childish conversation, and at the same time so many huge messages that they were bringing, taking the opportunity to bring these messages to the planet and to humanity.
Amazing.
And again, I cannot remember all of them now, but the conversation was standing because of that, because it was a mixture of so many things, and it wasn't only Wilma and Edgar. It's like you were interacting in that conversation as well. El, Tawa, Wesley, and myself, and the energy also from Jan. Everything was there. Everything was there in one way or in another, and that was like a cocktail of joy and happiness. It's incredible.
Like just the planet. Imagine the planet. Like how much shifts would happen so fast. Be amazing. Like this is it anyway. This is the scope of it anyway.
This is it.
Yeah,
exactly.
this is it.
Happening.
It's a
Yeah.
multi-dimensional conversation.
Yeah, it is.
It was
This
a
is it.
multi-dimensional conversation.
Amazing.
I'm not making, when I say contrast, I'm not saying that the chatty, childish conversation was less important than the other important messages that they were bringing to the planet Earth. No, everything was equally magic. Everything was, everything has the perfect touch. Everything was perfect. I just can't say that, but yeah, there was also a contrast. If you read it with your conscious mind, there was also a contrast of also in my heart of vibration frequencies and so much movement. It's yeah, and jump.
It reminds me when Wesley had said people on the street talking that my brother, one of my brothers, and a friend of his speak, and it sounds American Indian, and they have no idea what they're saying to each other, but they're laughing so hard, and they do this all the time. And my first thought is they were friends in another lifetime speaking that language and knowing about the light language now. There might be a lot of people out there speaking this stuff and just thinking it's gibberish, you know,
Yes.
and it's actually light language that they're doing.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And that's why this space is not only this one that we are doing here, but that's why when I see other groups creating these spaces about anything, about light languages or just raising the vibration in the planet, about anything, that's why I find them so important, because expression brings that space that we need to sometimes find out that other people have reactions, that other people feel exactly like we feel, that they have reactions exactly like we have. We don't feel so different to each other. As we were mentioning this in the chat before starting the recording today. We were actually talking about that, about the open, you feel in your hearts like opening a space for other people to talk or to share whatever that you want to aim the group to be related to. Let's speak about nature, or let's speak about Gaia, let's speak about the cosmos, whatever the topic is, whatever you want to sort of put the direction for the group into. Do it, no matter how crazy it sounds. Just do it, because you're gonna attract people who are on that frequency, and between you each other you're going to talk that gibberish. But that gibberish, you will find out that whether it's light languages or talking about cosmology or talking about any other subject, it wasn't gibberish at all. It wasn't only within your heart at all. It wasn't only in your soul at all. It is in the soul of so many. And when we share it, we create magic. We create a spontaneous magic and a spontaneous expansion. And I think this is part of the message in the beginning also, that was all about expression, no? From the channel message, which also El opened from the very beginning with her transmission during the blessing. That she felt that there is something stuck. She felt that there is something stuck in the throat chakra, and I felt it too also in humanity, no? And that's how the Lyrans took the opportunity to bring this message to say. And then we ended all actually talking about the importance of expression, no? So no matter what, no matter if it's the light languages, anything, any topic, come out, have the courage and come out there and talk to so many people around you. It might sound like gibberish, but to so many as well, it will sound like a resonating symphony that sounds like the best symphony ever, from the best orchestra ever. So we bring these opportunities to each other when we express ourselves and when we open up. And that's why it's so important to open up. That's why it's so important in this period of a transition, in this period of ascension, to just open up no matter what. And do not fear the opening. Do not fear the opening, because in the same way that you might find difficulties, in the same way, and this is something that all of the people present here, I'm sure that they will agree with, you will find also surprises, wonderful surprises in your life that you didn't even know exist. And then when you open up, you say, oh my God, somehow deep inside, I knew this exists. I knew that was not only within myself. I knew that that could be also in other people's hearts and souls. And when you get to share this with some others, there is no more wonderful feeling than this one. Well, at least to me, is one of the most wonderful feelings in this human experience. I will reincarnate again just to have this fun. And yes, so often we say, no, I won't incarnate anymore. I don't want to. This life is so difficult. Well, I can't say when we are in the other side, or when we transcend this body, we find that life was a lot of fun as well. And so, yes, often many of us, we choose to come back and to keep bringing the love and light that we feel bringing. And yes, when you see a planet ascending, when you see more happening, flourishing or blossoming, there is nothing much more beautiful than seeing another human raising their frequency and raising their energies. That's the most impactful and wonderful thing to see. That makes me always emotional as well. Even a movie makes me emotional, but any movie practically. But when I see this in reality, in what we call reality, it's the best of the best. So yeah, anything else you would like to share about this intention, or should we go to the next one? John, your intention is the next
one. Well, I'm going to kind of go back to what we did last week with those that are helping and those that are being put in the hospital. There are some, I kind of had an aha moment with a friend that said that she has been diagnosed bipolar. But for her, she's out helping in another realm people all the time. And she needs time to release what she takes in. What I would like is for them to realize they can release right away. They don't have to hang on to that. So maybe something on that order for an immediate release.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. And also, I hope that this also brings some extra awareness to the staff and personnel who work with them, so that they can also start to understand that they are not only bipolar, they are also having other experiences that the human mind cannot still completely comprehend. And yes, they are truly special. I always found really special everyone who has been diagnosed with something, or when I've been in the hospital looking after them, because I was also working in mental health for a period in my life. I felt resonating with most of them, and I love them to bits so much. I never saw them like they were really sick. I know they were having reactions or ways of behaving that they were coming out of what the majority consider normality. But to me, I was so sensitive to everything they were projecting that behind I knew that there was something more important and a reason why they were interacting, maybe with the anger or maybe with the laughing yeah, spontaneously, like we did here a few minutes ago, like laughing from nothing. Well, there were so many that they were laughing from nothing. So there was something. There was something for them. With the people around, the nurses or the other people working in the hospital, they were just looking at them like weirdos, because at some, in so, not all the nurses, but many of them, and they were looking at them like sort of weirdos, because they say, well, here we go again, he's laughing about nothing. And I always knew there was something inside, and I always I always joined the laughter. It's like, no, I didn't even know myself, and I knew deep inside that was fun. And I was just getting with them to laugh as well, and yes, so hopefully some of you, I hope that these videos reach some of you who are working in these facilities, and hopefully this light language transmission also brings to you something, so like some more, at least some more flexibility to what the reality is, and understand that reality is not only what we see or we perceive. There are so many humans and so many multi-dimensions interacting with each other out there. Some of us, we can perceive some of them. Some of us, we cannot perceive any of them. So, but let's give the chance to those who perceive them to have fun with it, or to just let them release that they have inside, because there might be a reason for them that we just don't know. So thank you, Jan. Thank you so much for bringing this forth. I don't think that it will never, ever be too much to bring this subject forward about the people who are feeling this clarity at some point, or even if they don't feel the clarity, to send them the love and energy for those who are hospitalized, and for all the people who are working in these facilities. Yes, yeah, I think there are these lights there. Like it was very funny, because the day I uploaded this collective video from last week, this light language transmission dedicated to mental health, the day I uploaded was this Sunday, and later on in the afternoon, I had a quantum hypnosis healing presentation about what my sessions are about. And the lady who came to, or who requested some explanation, or just she had some questions about the session. This lady was, she's a mental health nurse, but she didn't watch the video or anything like that. It was just a pure coincidence that I upload this video dedicated to them, and then later on in the afternoon, I meet her for the first time, and when I asked her, what do you do for a living? And she said, I'm a mental health nurse. And I say, oh my God, I can't believe it. Look, I just uploaded this morning this video that we did between 10 of us in one of the groups I run. And it's actually dedicated for you guys. And yes, so I sent her the link as well. And yeah, it's a wonderful, I had a wonderful connection. I know there is a connection now with this lady forever. It's another sister that is there. And I have told her today in an email, for me, I was there working as a nurse for 14 years in total. And because I've been there, I know how sacrificed that job is. It's sacrificed. And you just need to wake up every day and have the courage, be strong, and face whatever you come across with. But in so live, so raw, and that happens every day. And so I sent this love to her in my mail, saying, you are, to me, you are lights in this planet, taking actions with love constantly every day, and even sacrificing your energy every second, every moment of your lives. And that's something I am honored to be here with you, supporting your path and your process, no? And that's how I felt meeting her. I felt honored to be part of the staff from the hospital, that they are there fighting every day in ways that they are really, really tough. And how do I know that is tough? Because I was doing that. It's exactly the same thing. And those 14 years were the most rewarding years of my life, and at the same time the toughest years of my life. But yeah, that gave me that sense of feeling everyone working in many levels, of how sacrificing is to be there day by day, night by night, facing the sickness, facing any situation in the hospital, whether it's a fracture of a bone fracture, or if it's an organ that stopped working, or if it's an amputee, like I was working with amputees. That was very, very tough, very tough. All of a sudden they tell you that you are losing your leg or an arm, or some part of your body is really, really traumatic, and to be there, it was really, really challenging. All the time was challenging. So yeah, our love and admiration to all of you working in the medical sector, whether it's directly with them or from distance, or whether you are a light worker sending them energy or exchanging energy with them to make this world better. This light language transmission is dedicated to all of you, Thank you, Jan, for making it, for bringing this beautiful intention once again, because I think we can do this every week, and it will be always beneficial for this planet. Thank you. Kahatukas iarana katomas urineta kuma. Shika kakatumatati shapaku hopas iotate. O chacha kupachana o hatacha o chacha. Hamachamati dana pamachomacha o chacha. Cha makacha makatamati sana kumachacha. Shamatane tatamakata tatamakupa tatatata mu titia nama. Shanakumata sacha. Janakuma se ishawata. Hana wamana hashama. Esana junta da istana haishawata. Ochana kwata nakuma chata. Nuna nama kuanata. Ishia nakuata. Ika koa macha washa. Sina huma chashe shachu maka chawata ta nika kuata. Ene neta huma chasha chawata na. Esha na huma china chawata ta
Tiera tare inderhere. Surtirere truyetigera. Tonarge jonorogia dotire shamate kidea dore nekera. Lartio se sharia tire nuriete. Laratira ne de shanregera. Shirani kera dore ya dona ne kitire tire kushinere kia doroi. Konne ya takani to konne ya kate shoto kono kota kia takatana kera korea. Alende tishenere. Kuni hira kera na toroyena kachishana takiana tona tia tukashana takiane. Hira kiran toroyena kishine kihete. Antokona kachishikane tikiano tokona. No, ne shinane kina totona na kashana to kahane tekio no to waya shista keneke. No shikane kaya to ne kaya shanta kaya no to ana kaya shikoto kone dikata haya na koto shinaki ya toteneki. Teka nori shinta kaya no to ya to kashinaki antorini shete kera torna koto torini ke kurtiana ru to corona to rini ri torno shikadaria to toka. Shoto tekane kaya tato.
Ai hene a o ma tia ku hai tia ku na I tia kwa. Tina ku ma sa yo ho ia na wa. Ho ma sa tu ma ha tu na e. E sha ku ma sa I ta o ma sa. Tini ki o a. Chu hua na yo chu o mata. Dana ke eshi amasu neta makum taisi te awata. Kechawa. Ata saihi esi awai.
Suyata tuata. Tata maya. Kasuata sana wayata.
Nahita masaisi.
Iaka kuata tanua tataya mana bayata.
Tu masaisu moeta tai. Tawamata toshikwa.
Kayatiyata sayata manayatuata kawayatayata nanayatuata tabayata asasiyumata yatuaka tapayuatu nisane sariyatuataka iyata Siwaya. Pusayata. Siwatata. Kiwatata. Tayawata. Maya.
Maya kaya lana, maya lana, airi lana, airi lana, ashumaya kaya lana, airi lana, maya, 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 maya,
Masane hatana itare kamahanatana enakahumasanare hanakamatasanare Eneke sumasharamuna enata saramuna kahata saranera. Oma sarunta kahantere saruna. Om taherenta kuronaranase. Om Sarun Tene Kahana Tumera Hanakanura Tasare Namahu Tasare Mahatumasera Nahumatasane.
Mata yataka kiatana ma yatoa. Sayawaya suya tatoata. Tayawaya da yaduaya da katu. Ayasaya sayawaya da yada.
Tuhamaka Yukumoachi Kwatayo Kwate Takuti Yabeto
Yata
Sutuki.
sayawayata tayawata tuata. Yatata. Sayatata. Sayata kayo kaya sayata yaka kawayata ayata asawaya hayawa mayawata ya koyata ka saya
Ainakara tumasarana ture.
tumata yasayata tuata
Eroshane yakomahayero.
usayata suwata
Makanaro.
tanuya tuata papasana wa Singata tayuata tuata iyata satuata satu
Oh, mato mai sukunta yondari kuota isjawa. Ika tomashita ko matsumachia kahonta ara kuenawa. Ishada ko reishi yako matu masheta wata.
satuata
Kone sachu tareka kuanta kumacha kiti urumana wata.
Sayata.
Docha cha cha wanana china wanamana. Tinikia wanamana mata tishana wanamana. Imana wanamana mataka shuna wanamana kutu wana wanamana. Sana wana mana tuwana. Chawana chuwana.
Eta.
Chiawana watana wana tachikia wana tata wata. Ota wata. Chika wata ta. Chikota ta wata. Hana wana waya hata wata tata. Wacha 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 wacha. Wacha 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 wacha. Ina wacha wacha wacha. Ika kwata na kwata na kwata.
Suata.
Chakwana kwata nata.
Yata tatuata. Taya wata tiata. Sabayuata kuata tata. Tanayata. Saya tu tata tuata.
Chakwata yona chakwata.
Tata.
Macho
Tata. Tata wata tiata. Saya tata. Katuata tata. Ibapa bayota ha.
Mayataya.
Wahiana wata yana wa.
Kosi.
Sha wata wata. Wayawana isa wayane kikama mata wata. Horiki akwa kataru ma wa shawata yine chiyawa. Ibama. Na kweta aisha kwata punta ti shiki ya kwata na uma tayo no yeheta.
Si wasayata.
Na wani hene ya huma ni ya hunda na wuta na hunda imomo kutata yono tutaka huatata na bumacha hacha wata tamadata.
Sayata satu tatu na iya ta katua ta kaya sabayua sabayasa sa suata siatana namayu tatu ka kasiyo suna iya la yawa tuaka ta tiata tata mama mamuata wasata sibata kuatata sapati.
Oh my gosh,
Papa saya ya tuata kiatata aya papa tuata kiatata tiatata saya tata wayata kurisa tuata patuaka janana umayata
Kuneke hiako horika shaka turun. Ineke hiara kamata teshe tenteke ke koro kopata sentara kamaru kunte. Sinire ki hien darama kumost ineke shanaro. Anata shonte tashenka kakum takeka taseka kakurek eshiara karom.
Mishinamo, Shinamo, 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 Shinamo.
Tasararum.
So.
Tishikiarum. Anatarum.
Oh, Shikabakatinamo, Shikabakatinamo,
Shikiarum.
Shikabakatinamo, Shikabakatinamo, Kotai, Shinamo, Shikabakato, Shinama, Shiname, Shinamo, Shinama. Shikabakutanama, Shetu, Akatanama, Shikatakato, Rashi, Moshe, Ateato.
Aishu mayoni tiara ushia karia tiara goa. Oha kuhai chiara na kunesi oro shiara. Ishakukana wata endaru shianu kotu kayushua. Umahai nahatun tayo tiara. Orinakawashorniwaka. Tumari kaorita shumatu daishiatania. Thank you all. Thank you all for another wonderful, wonderful transmission. So beautiful. I'm gonna drop some messages there before I forget. Some of them, they were the same, related to the same topic that we started talking about from the very beginning, even before recording. We started recording, we were talking already about expressing and communication and all of that. So yeah, it's for all of you out there and here to understand that everybody has a different perception of the reality. Sometimes unidimensional, sorry, and sometimes multidimensional. Some of us, we are aware that we have that connection, multidimensional or unidimensional. Some of us, we have all the awareness of them. It doesn't matter. They were asking us to please, whether you are a light worker or in any way, in any aspect of being, whether you are a mental nurse or any type of nurse or someone working for anyone with the intention of supporting their lives, give them the opportunity to express themselves, because each of them, no matter how awkward or weird it might sound, whether it's anything that they are expressing, it has sense within them, it has a meaning within them, and we should have them the pleasure also to express themselves. So this was also a call for those who only believe in medications and who are not letting many people to just be themselves, and they rather give them a huge amount of medication because that's the way they put down the symptoms. And like Jan said before, sometimes they are just releasing something from another dimension, and they just need to have that moment of expression. We should start being more tolerant about each other. That's what they were saying. We should give the chance for everyone to have their own expression, whether it sounds in one way that resonates with us, or even if it doesn't resonate with us, that's their way of expressing. So do not shut down people. Do not shut down people. Maybe instead of saying shut up or be quiet, maybe it's much more helpful to find or just send them love, even if you cannot intervene. Just send them love from your inner space, inner silence. Create your space, create your silence, and send them love. If you cannot intervene verbally with them, but they were saying that is much more of help for them or for anyone than shutting them down. Shutting anyone down is not helping anyone, not anyone. It's, we might not understand them, we might not get where they are into, but they know in some level why they are saying that, or they just feel the need to say that. They might not even be aware of why they are saying something, but they feel the need to say, because it's energy. At the end of the day, it's energy that they need to release. Sometimes release, and sometimes just communicate to some others who are there around. Sometimes we don't see these beings that they are around, and just because our mind or our third eye doesn't see these entities doesn't mean that they cannot see these entities, these multidimensional entities. So yes, it was to make this story short, it was they were calling our attention to be more supportive in terms of being more tolerant and let people express, no matter what, whatever they want to express. And if you are not in the situation to reply, to answer, or you feel attacked, always find the space and send them love, send them compassion, send them that love out of compassion. That will do much more than just engaging in fighting them or just crashing them down, telling them to shut up or something like that. Yeah, obviously there is an infinite number of possibilities and realities that you may come across with, but yeah, if you cannot engage, do not engage. You don't have to engage all the time, but let everyone be themselves. At the end of the day, it's let everyone be themselves, no matter how strange that might sound to you. So yeah, that was the message, and maybe something else comes, because there were many more, but I don't remember now. And sometimes when you start mentioning something else, I start remembering. And yeah, anybody wants to say something, John?
Yeah. One of the comments from this person was, "You're the only one who understands." And she said, I lock myself away from people in the apartment and it's dark, but she's the type of person, when she goes out, she's the comedian. And when she comes home and isn't around people, she wants to release and just be without trying to make everyone happy. She went through a lot when she was young, a lot. And that's why she feels this huge responsibility to help the children. And so this is her way of doing it. It's not my job to tell her she can't do it that way. So just the support for them to do it the way they choose and what works best for them. So that's what I have to say.
That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
So beautiful, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, anybody else would like to, or you got some visions, any message from this transmission, Wilma?
For me, I felt it was really, really powerful. I could feel the energy just flowing through my body and everything was just being activated. I did feel a huge energy of release going on. And it's interesting, like when Jan said that this person said you're the only one who understands, and the word understand kind of got me straight away because it reminded me. There was a portion in there where it appeared that Tawa and I were having a dialogue, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to describe this properly, but it felt almost like Tawa was representing the voice of those who feel they can't express, that they're, you know, that they can't speak. And it was I don't know how to express the words for it, but so he was representing that voice, the voice of the ones who feel suppressed, that they can't speak, that they can't release it, they can't let go because they're like caught up within this prison or whatever. And I was representing the voice of understanding, that's why, you know, when Jan said understand, it triggered me to remind me. So it was like he and I having dialogue, and it was just sort of like, you know, but, and I was going, but it's okay, you know, I understand you. Energy was there, understand you, it's okay, you can release, it's safe, you know, it's fine. And that just seemed to be the whole dialogue, sort of backwards and forwards. Yeah, so that was interesting.
Beautiful, beautiful, really, really.
I don't think I expressed it very well, but anyway.
You did, love. You did well. It just feel like because we interpret this from something so abstract, we get the feeling naturally, and I also get the feelings that I never express it as it was, because usually with words we cannot express it 100% as it was. But yeah, you did good. I mean, and that's what happens. And I think a lot of people, when they listen to what you just said, they're gonna feel very much represented by that, because they find themselves in those situations so often, and they want to express things, but they don't find really someone who tell them, hey, yeah, it's okay, and adults, we need to also find that sometimes we need to support each other, also being that listener. Often they tell me during the channeling that an act of love, of huge level, high level of love, is to be a listener, a good listener, and because so many people needs to talk, so many people, and they don't find that listener who have the, let's say, the appropriate frequency where they can find themselves comfortable enough to open themselves. And I think what you said, it has a lot to do with that. And yes, and that's why they were also, with the message that I got through, they were asking for more tolerance, and telling to everyone, be more tolerant, be more the listener, and do not react just from what your mind judge straight away. Don't be fiery in terms of reacting towards someone who is saying something that might just not sound appropriate or in the same vibration of what you usually vibrate with in your life. Let them be. If it doesn't sound like compatible to yourselves, just let them be, move on. If you feel that you can do something or vibrate or be a listener for them, please be the listener. If you feel that at some point after being the listener, you can add something to what they say, please do, because this is all about letting ourselves be ourselves for once and all. Yeah. Anybody have something else to say? Or no? Okay. All right. Should we do one more intention and then we wrap up? Or Tawa, you need to go?
I have to go.
Okay.
tomorrow is really early wake up.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely resonate with what Filma was saying when we were kind of going back forward. I really felt empowerment, and I think maybe the way you say you were representing that hair of being able to listen, and I kind of repeat myself, but it's really about like self-love and forgiveness. And when we really embody that, that's when we're able to really show that as well externally, and be able to show that to any brother or sister who going through their own journey. Again, it's getting back to that thing where we are not here to judge. We are all vibration, and so yeah,
I'm gonna take that you say as an intention to wrap up. That will be about empowerment and to bring courage to people, so that they have this everything we said before. So that they have this force or strength to be the listener, or that force and strength to be there for others. I think is really important. And yes.
And I want to say really again, like self-love, because we criticize sometimes ourselves and levels, and we don't even realize by creating constantly that guilt. Even it's almost like, okay, I need to be there, I need to do that, and when we don't go according to the plan, when we go sometimes with her, then we complain because oh man, I should have done that, and then I think instead to be really fully present to ourselves as we walk the earth, as we heal ourselves, we heal the earth. So really embodying it. So it's really about embodying now more of the light coming through us. And more we're embodying that light, more is anchoring. Light is the tree that we have outside. That's the function. And we are that as well. So that last channeling really get that sense of, okay, trust now. You see the synchronicity. You're able to acknowledge so many things. You trust it. And let it flow for you. Let it work for you. No, you try to let it work for you. And that's what we're doing here now. When we're doing all that language, we let it work for us. Even though sometimes we're like, oh my God, what is it? If you still have a bit of mind trying to almost put that grab of controlling. As we are present and we really embodying and let it go, I guess, it's like, transforming. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tawa. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Much love.
Much love. Have a wonderful day. I'll work tomorrow. Good night.
Yeah. Thank you.
Night. Thanks, Tawa.
Thank you. All right, let's do this intention, this transmission, and then we wrap up with this. If you want, guys and girls. Umma taisu mayo hun taishuku moru dio rokua taishoko. Unika hanta nakuta taoma. Shinki ya neki ya moku tushintiku on tamayo hoto shakaya nama. Hina karanu hana sata muruku soto tori neki ya hakuana. Sini yako macha hotana. Chisha naku mata hatai onto yeshawata. O mahai, enitaka hatan tume tasi ni mawa. Senireki kakan tutenshi ni akuma tatesti no kuote. Kista nakumata senta yomo toshete teki yomokuana. Esha yanakumata somae. Anu mo ta homa somachai kumata. Kesha nakumata stutuntuku motushi okuwa. Shini yakaha na ishe. Shana wataishe. Nakuwa naishe. Mataishe. Tabaishe. Wow.
Kuana tikiana, tiki shinekiana, tukana, iatahane kietene, shinerikiera.
Kia tatua ta kata na maiawa tatua ka kasi ta tana yama ki ta tatua la ya bayawa sati ta ko sanaya sanawaya tatua ta kati ta.
Turarian kriamo sinekia toro arishinari kitara aro terene krehe sinergia toro. Turishinaria no shakatikan tundarian kurishitiria turini kira sinergia toro.
Babayota.
Shen te kre te kore hisia te kore kita ya na ki hata shekinta ko no ni sineta.
Siwa satu tatua kati ta kawaya. Yo ta. Siwa tatuna ka kiyata. Baba yata yata. Si papa suwata katiyata.
Shen la ki hanto ke era ki hiachnori to shinara taka.
Yata suwata.
Orna wachiara na hor.
Tur ke shineri ki ero to khona aya khshikni hene ki khoshkhana aya.
Orna wataumoro.
Oi ni shihneri ki
Naone
khone.
sornota.
Kruna
Sher kare te shikarana kana.
Tayuwayata.
Takrani kare ketare.
Sanuwaya tua taka kiyata. Saya baya tua.
Kiamata.
Sanu. Maya tua ta. Kaya tua ta. Ayata ta. Layuwaya sayuwata tiyata. Kiyata tua ta ta ta. Sayata ha. Pasuwata ta. Saya siyata ta. Osa tua kayata. Sayana maya tua. Yata tua ta. Saya kuayata. Oh, Baba Banaya, Sayawayata, Kayawaya, Maya, Asuwata Tuna, Sayawata, Kaya, Sayata, Sayatayama, Mayuata, Tuwayata, Kayawaka, Kuakana, Aya, Say. Iya saya. Satu tayawata yatata kasa tuwata nabaya tuwata yatata tiyatata tiwatata tayatata kiyatata tanamayata tunakata ti kiyatata tuwatata tatuwayata mayata kiyatata sayawata tuwata kiyatata namaya
Mama baba chica na tu tata no quite idea baba la che papa tu tata kuma tata kuma chayu no chayu papa pai kuma papa mama mata chana kuma chatu montana kuma chau
Sanuya tu tata, Namamayata, si.
Shata bashira poto da shete te koto to shika pakata shete to kota kapashati da to to shata. Madati da to to. Mashia kura sha. Dura basha. Iko kota na makaka kokota kapakati de koto kota kapakata kato koto kota kateketi to shapakati de kata kata koto koto kota kati.
Papaita guachika guatataita takumata ishukuata.
Mayo mayo.
Pasata ya koyata kasuna tata layata tuata kailiyata sapayati yata kasiyata tatuata tata tuta tata tata tuta tata
Papa
Teya tuata ka tiya katana maya tuata sambaya siya tata layawata kasina iyata papasu sayuwasa tayata katuata namayata sayata sayata tuata tita tayata kasata Pasata sa tahuata taka tia taka kiata na nana mayua sa tatua ka sa tuata dayata dala manayata kaya sa wayata sisi papa suata katuata ka niyata saniyata sunata namamaya ka kuaka kahaya payu tata tunatata kiatana sinuata sayawa kaha kiatata nayatuata suwayatata tayatanaya kamamaka Yawata Satuwata
Wana malkia na wani kia na taweni kia wamama Sini ini awama manyo wana ini kia mo wana yutu ini kuta tayo wana kawa makakata
Sayawata Daya
chakwa papa 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 ku papa ichu papa ini kia kuta
Satata Sota Sa Sutata Sutata Sanavata Papanuata
China kuma chakuma
Papasanuata Kuatataka Kiataha
China kuma che ne kia nata kume ishe inakata nama okuma asanata
Papanuata Tiyatata Sakuata Katiatataha
Taka moto oshonta ishi yaka anata shonta
Papa Boyata Tuaka Kiatata Nuata Satuata Sibata Ti Pasua Sayata
Thank you. So beautiful. What a nice way to wrap up. And yeah, it was so many beings. They were the dragons, they were the lions, they were the Arthurians, they were the ancestors, they were the elementals.
Angelics.
Angelics, even like a Hebrew type of dialect somewhere, and so many messages about that, about tolerance, about encouragement to express, to be yourselves, and to let go these things that usually come during the day. We suddenly feel trapped in those things that they happen to us. They were reminding us that we are much more powerful than those things that they come and they sort of possess our minds, and we start like going on and on with that. They were like saying you have much more power to break through all of that, and sometimes you become into cycles where you go on and on with the same thing, and that might take you to have like the rest of the day in one direction that your soul doesn't really want to go in that direction. Your soul wants to just do something fun or something that more with more vibration, with more joy. And we could fall into that mental cycle again to where we feel trapped. And they were saying, if you knew how powerful you are, it will be mind-blowing. And you can do that, and you can break through by expressing, by being love in expression. Be love in expression, even if you are, like I said before, just recording for yourself something that you just channel or you dreamt of. That is a way of expressing as well, even if you record it only for yourself. The thing is about, they were saying that it's about letting those wonderful energy flow all the time, as much as you can, because they will always break through all the obstacles. So if there is an obstacle coming, be expression. If there is another obstacle coming, be expression. And like that, be expression, be love, be action in love. And as I said before, they were saying that it doesn't need to be even verbally expressed. You can say from within. You can send that love from within. You don't need to say to someone something and react towards something that someone is doing, or maybe making like we started the conversation, doing some sort of harsh criticism about something that you have created. Do not engage. Just send them love and be love in action, and that will even help yourself to put the energy that you receive from that person who made that harsh criticism, that inner energy in action that you put into action from yourself, will put away all that stagnant or darkness or anything that it came to you. And just be and let people be. Let be yourselves and let others be. That was the message constantly. And obviously a lot of fun, remembering again, reminding us to be fun and to be joy and to be the child, encouraging us to find our power and strength by doing that expression and by being the child that we have within. Yeah, and that is okay to be open to everything. It's okay to be open, and by you trusting your energy and love, you become so powerful beings. The beings that you are. When you put that love into action, that's it. You are creating your own shield towards anything. So do not be afraid to open yourself and express, or you will know who to express the things to. Follow your heart and you will know. And if you feel something that you didn't expect, that's it. Let them be, send them love, and carry on being yourself. trust yourself and continue being yourself, and let them be there. You continue with what you're doing. It's okay. It's okay.
What you just said resonated something with me very, very recently. I had a friend, it's somebody I like physically met, but they were a friend of mine on Facebook. And yesterday, I discovered I was unfriended and blocked by them. And there was no interactions between us. There was absolutely no reason for it. I totally didn't understand it, but, I was fine with it. I just sent them love, and it was just like, you are where you are in whatever space you are in. And I totally, I have love for you, and I just send them love. Like, I'm not judging them. I'm not criticizing. I think that's what they were doing to me. But, I just, all I could just feel for them was just compassion and love, really.
Exactly. And by taking and having that attitude, we also act as a filter. Some people will block you and go, but some other people will resonate with you and you will attract them. And that's natural. We should start accepting that as part of nature. We are not supposed to like all women. We are not supposed to like all men. We are not supposed to like everyone. But because of that, we shouldn't get into conflict or into attacking someone. I think that what we are called to do all the time, and what is wise to do from love, and what we've been reminded during all these transmissions, is that let them be, and that's it. I mean, you carry on, and you will attract other people who might find something that they like from you and about you. And if not, well, maybe that period of time you just need to be in your own and listening to your own inner conversation, and gradually, or at some point, you will just vibrate in a certain frequency that will keep attracting those who are meant to be there with you. But yeah, it's time to start accepting that nature is like that. It's nothing wrong with them. It's nothing wrong with us. It's nature. Some of us, we feel attraction. Some others feel repelling each other. They feel that they need to be away from each other. And that's fine. It's like physics. It's physics. I mean, it's like magnets, no? The two poles, they repel each other, they send each other away, and the different poles they attract, and that's it. But we are much more complex than a magneto or a magnet. We have multidimensionalities, and those multidimensionalities might be attracting some and repelling some others, or sending away some others. So that's fine. It's time to accept that this is totally fine. It's nothing wrong with them, nothing wrong with you. It's all fine. Yeah.
Ishmael, I have to go. Go, you guys. But it was so much fun to express you guys, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you, El. You too. Have a wonderful weekend. We are saying goodbye to each other because we got to the end, unless someone has something else to say. Thank you. Yeah, do you have anything else to share with the group from this transmission that you saw or felt? Or no? You're ready to go? Okay, lovely. Well, thank you. One more week for coming. Next week we will have the week off, so we won't be here. Let me check in the calendar when we will be next. We will be next here on the 2nd of September. So anyone here or watching the video, you are more than welcome to join us and to unify this love and energy, and to be part of this communication and expression to the cosmos and multidimensionalities. Thank you all for coming, brothers and sisters. It's a blessing always to be with you.
Thanks very much. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, there's one thing I want to say to Wilma actually. As that you actually said it, and this is how I felt. when you were interacting with Edgar, I could feel a big angelic presence coming from your side. So that, like, it's interesting you brought it up. It might be just my interpretation. I don't know, but you brought it again. So it's yeah, you brought it up. So it's like, it's just another I would just say.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's lovely, great stuff.
It's another encounter.
Yeah,
so many levels. And we feel that with Edgar. I'm so happy that we all feel that.
He's lovely. He's
amazing.
He is amazing. He's lovely. He's lovely, man.
I'm so glad that you all feel that as well. Because he was telling me in private the same. He was telling me that you all are lovely. He felt like something he couldn't express with words. He wrote me massive messages of love and gratitude for us to be creating.
He has
this
a lovely
space.
energy. I felt that too.
Yeah, he does.
And only he just came once, and this is the second time, and only in the second time he's already so that says everything. That says everything. That he felt so comfortable to express his light languages and his heart, open heart.
Yeah,
that's so beautiful, so wonderful.
Yeah.
One more week, you make my day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for holding this group, Ishmael. Thank you, Wesley. Thank you, Jan.
Hey, thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, Jan.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great week, everybody.
You too.
Saku